the entire bull market cycles from 2020 to 2021, 61 cryptocurrencies with a returns of over 100 times were born among the top 600 cryptocurrency by market capitalizations. Today, let's take a look at their characteristics and attributes, and what insight they can provide for the upcoming new cycles from 2023 to 2025. Cryptocurrency investment is high risk. This video is for market information and personal opinion sharing only, and does not constitute any investment advice. Welcome to our 3DAO channels, where we explore the latest trends and insight in the cryptocurrency market, a place to spread knowledge of the Web3 industry. Today, we will be discussing an interesting topic, the regularity of Hundredfold coins in the previous cycles, and what insight they can provide for the upcoming new cycles from 2023 to 2025. My name is Maya. I'm your host today. And joining me today is also one of our hosts, Jocelyn. Hi, Jocelyn. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on the show.
Okay, let's dive right into the topic. According to research, during the entire bull market cycles from 2020 to 2021, 61 cryptocurrencies with a returns of over 100 times were born among the top 600 cryptocurrency by market capitalizations. Can you explain what this means for investors?
The cryptocurrency market offers promising opportunities for investors to generate substantial profits. By examining the market peak for the top 100 cryptocurrency on March 15, 2020 and comparing them to the top 100 on November 8, 2021, we can observe that a significant majority of them have been replaced. In fact, the replacement rate stands at 67%. As such, the upcoming bull market is likely to follow the same trend. To invest successfully, one needs to be imaginative, making daring assumptions and exercise caution when verifying them. In the world of cryptocurrency, those with lofty ideas and the courage to dream big are more likely to achieve significant returns, often several tens or even hundreds of times their initial investment.
That is interesting. So, what is the proportion of Hundredfold coins among the top 300 cryptocurrency by market capitalizations?
When we examine the cryptocurrency market by market capitalization rankings, we can observe that 80% of the top 100 coins, which include BNB, Link, Doge, and BEP, produce a hundredfold return, a significant achievement for investors. Additionally, established coins with new narrative, like BNB and BSC, have become a new growth point in the market, as they have broken away from being just single exchange tokens. As we move beyond the top 100 coins, we can see that there are 21 hundredfold return projects among the top 100 to 300 coins, accounting for 34.4%, and 22 projects among the top 300 to 600 coins, accounting for 36%. Although there were 7 projects with a low market value which make it difficult to track data, there were still 32 hundredfold return projects in the top 300 market cap, accounting for 10.6% of the total. These opportunities are rare and investors must remain vigilant to identify and seize them.
Interesting. Can you tell us more about investment institutions and their involvement in this hundredfold return project?
When we analyze the cryptocurrency market from an investment institution's perspective, we can observe that only 9 institutions with searchable data had invested at the time. This proportion is relatively low, and it can be attributed to the fact that the fundraising method for cryptocurrency still follow the traditional ICO logic in 2017, and institutional players were few in number. Moreover, many projects that had not yet issued coins restricted the screening logic of the secondary market. However, some institutions, such as Multicoin, Binance, and A16Z, managed to identify and invest in potential projects early on, and later became the top-tier capital player in the cryptocurrency industry.
What about the timing of the establishment of these hundredfold return projects? Does it matter when a project is established?
Research indicates that 76% of the projects that experience a hundredfold increase were established during the bear market cycle from 2018 to 2020. In contrast, only 24% were established before 2017. Based on this logic alone, we should place greater emphasis on projects created in 2022 and 2023 as they may have the potential to generate substantial returns for investors.
So, why do people prefer tokens with lower unit prices? What psychological factors may contribute to this preference?
It is a common trend for people to prefer tokens with lower prices, as it gives them a subjective feeling of acquiring more project tokens for the same amount of USDT, which can generate a sense of achievement or pleasure. Although it may seem like a strange phenomenon, it is a fact that exists and is worth noting. However, this behavior could potentially facilitate pyramid schemes and should be approached with caution.
That's a great insight. Can you give some tips to investors who want to invest in hundredfold coins in the upcoming news cycle?
Typically, the ideal time to invest in hundredfold coins aligns with the low point of Bitcoin, while the high point of hundredfold coins tend to coincide with the high point of Bitcoin. Based on the current scenario, it is advisable to consider buying high-quality alternate coin during the second bottom. As investors, it is crucial to develop a strategic approach and gradually build positions in promising projects.
I see. So, why investing in public blockchain is the most fault-tolerant choice in the cryptocurrency market?
The majority of hundredfold coins are associated with public chains, totaling 17 projects, accounting for 27.8% of the total. Among them, 14 are L1 chains, 2 are L2 chains, and 1 is L0 chain. In the previous market cycle, there was a surge in the number of public chains due to the need to address challenges related to TPS, gas fee, and other scalability issues faced by Ethereum. This trend, similar to the bull market in 2017, led to the emergence of high-performance public chains such as Sol, Matic, and BNB, which contributed to the overall growth of the cryptocurrency market. From an investment perspective, investing in public chains is often considered a relatively resilient choice. These chains have a wide range of ecological applications, and their survival and growth depend on the success of individual super applications built on top of them. As long as a public chain fosters such successful applications, it has the potential to thrive in the long run, which is why investors are increasingly drawn to these opportunities.
Okay, that makes sense. What do you think are the most probable levels for the emergence of hundredfold public chains in the future, and why?
In my opinion, the next hundredfold public chain is most likely to emerge at the L2 and L0 levels, specifically with privacy focused public chains. While investing in L1 chains is still a viable option, L2 solutions like Optimism, Arbitrum, and future ZK rollouts, as well as L0 solutions like Layer 0 interoperability protocol, are also promising choices. I was initially hopeful about DOT due to my trust in Gavin Wood, but the introduction of parachains caused some projects to hesitate and become more closed. However, privacy-focused public chains have always been a direction I am bullish on, as they enable the use of cryptocurrency without visibility. From the fact that nearly every privacy-focused public chain has raised hundreds of millions in fundraising, it is clear that there is a great potential. Looking ahead, I believe that the next DeFi summer will be the next era of credit and derivative, and the incubation of blockchain credit will amplify the size of the cryptocurrency market by 1,000 times. Privacy-focused public chains are essential for this purpose, and two projects that I am currently optimistic about are Alio, with its well-established ZK technology infrastructure and development tools, and Rose, which uses T technology and is essential an investment in Professor Song's project.
Yeah, so which track do you think is most likely to produce the most hundredfold coins in the next circles?
In my opinion, the GameFi sector has the second largest number of coins with a hundredfold increase, with a total of 5 accounting for 88.2%. GameFi has always been a hotly contested space for traditional Web2 companies such as Tencent, NetEase, and MiHoYo, and it continues to attract attention from many more companies. This sector is the most profitable and traffic generating, making it the best tool for introducing users to Web3, with a strong consensus among many people and a continuous increase in the market value of cryptocurrencies. Institutions are more willing to invest, making GameFi a hotspot within the cryptocurrency market. In the GameFi sector, there are super applications such as AXS and GMT, game public chains such as IMS and RON, and the entire game ecosystem such as Gala and Magic, providing investors with many paths to choose from. Therefore, the GameFi sector is likely to produce the most hundredfold coin in the next cycle.
Are there any other areas of concern other than GameFi? What about DeFi? In the DeFi space, what are some promising areas for the next circle?
The third largest number of hundredfold coins belong to the cross-chain IoT, Internet of Things, DeFi sector. In the upcoming cycle, it is predicted that the Internet of Things will have minimal involvement, but cross-chain will be crucial with one or two dominant players expected to emerge. Meme coins will rely heavily on luck, but there are likely to be techniques involving more on-chain analysis. I believe that DeFi is also a sector that has the potential to produce the top 300-fold coins in the upcoming cycle. Specifically, I am interested in derivative, algorithmic stablecoin, credit system, NFT lending, NFT liquidity, and the CRV ecosystem. There is a high possibility that hundredfold coins will emerge in these areas, and fortunately, such projects are already in development and expanding, making them worth keeping an eye on.
That's a great insight. Finally, can you give some tips to investors who want to invest in hundredfold coins in the upcoming new cycle?
When investing in hundredfold coins, it is important to have a well-defined strategy and analyze the market thoroughly. It is crucial to keep an eye out for projects that are developed in 2022 and 2023. Be imaginative and think beyond conventional perspective. Remaining open to new ideas and possibilities can lead to significant rewards while investing in hundredfold coins. But it is necessitates extensive research and a solid grasp of market trends.
Thanks for sharing all of this. It's definitely giving a lot to think about when it comes to investing in the crypto industry.
Certainly, it is always good to stay informed and up to date with the latest trends and insights.
Alright, I think that's all for today. Please do me a favor if you are watching this and hit the subscribe, like, and follow button. Whenever you are watching this, thank you so much, and we will see you next time. Bye.